Hi team. Now we are going to see the basic commands and administration of the GitHub repository. Here you can see I have a repository created, two repositories created, and I'm going to create a new repository called Hello2. This is my new repository. Maybe I can keep it sample repo, and I'm not going to add any tags. If you like to add tags, you can add tags over it. Now it shows how you can connect to it, HTTPS and SSH, and you can go through this one if you are connecting to code commit. Now I can see it is an empty repository and it won't have any commits. Okay. Now I am going to open the Visual Studio Code, which is my IDE to develop a code. So I have a Hello World program. I will just copy this. I will create a new file called hello world, and I'm going to save it in my desktop, which is hello2. Okay, consider this is my code. This is my code which I'm going to put it in the repository and I'm going to manage. I'm going to use something called git bash. You can install git cli, git bash. So ls, I'm going to log into my desktop. So here you can see I have the the hello2.html which is on my desktop. Let me go inside the desktop. So I'm just going to save this file again, save my code again in the desktop. Okay, I have put it into the hello, but I will save this file in the desktop. Save as desktop hello2. Okay, now I am browsing using git bash. As I said, now I am in my desktop, ls-ltr, my code is placed here, helloworld.html2. Now I have created a new repository. The first command is to clone the repository, which is git clone, and then we need to go to the repository code, clone URL using HTTPS. Now I am going to give this command, paste. This is actually going to clone the repository. Here it is asking for my username and password, which I have been downloaded from IAM. If you are using code commit, you have to create an IAM user with allowing the access to code commit. Then so I will just show you the IAM policy. You can see here, right, the users, and the user should have the permission. IAM permission for code commit. I have full access, and user can get the credential from security credential, and one-time generation of username and password. You can generate the credentials over here, and I have downloaded it into the Excel sheet. This is how it has been cloned, and it says your repository is empty. Yes, my repository is empty. Now I am going to use the next command, which is called as git add. Before that, we need to go into the repository. Repository is nothing in a new folder. You can see hello world, hello2. Now the next command is git add. My dot will add all the files in the repository, but we need to go into cd. Before we go to the repository, we need to move this file, the source code which you have, .html, to hello2, which is the folder created, right? Now ls minus ltr cd, the hello2 is not here, so we will go into the hello2 repository. It shows master. Master means a branch in git. We will talk about branches later. Now you have the hello2. Okay, but this doesn't mean you have added to your repository. Till your repository will be empty until you do the push. The next command is you need to add this file. I'm giving dot. What are the file in this folder? You need to add to the git for staging. Then you can check in the git status, which shows you have a new file and it's unstaged. Okay, and no commit sets. We need to do git commit. This is just to give a message. My initial code wq escape colon wq. Now git status, it will show any commit is happened. Okay, now we're going to do git push. Okay, git push. This actually adds the file into the repository. So now we can go into the repository and see the file gets added to the repository. Okay, you can see hello2 html has been added to my repository. Now what I am going to do, I am going to check the commits. I have one commit which is my initial code, and you can see the commit visualization. If you have a lot of commits, you can compare between the commits. Now I am going to do one more commit. Before one more commit, I am going to create a branch. So I am going to create a new branch called developer, and I'm just going to take the code from the master because I have one code in the master, right? So create branch. So now I have two branches. My default branch is master, and I have a developer branch, and here there's a when we say find developer branch. Okay, now I have to go to git, and I'm going to see git branch, so I can only see master. Now I have to use git pull command, which will try to fetch. Now in the git pull command, you can see there is a new branch has been created, which is our developer. Now you can try the command git branch. So you see only master here, right? But there you are able to see the new branch. So what you have to do again, git fetch. So now try again git branch again. Again you see master because you are into the master branch. So you need to give git branch developer. Okay, branch spelling is wrong, so make sure I'm making. So now if I go and see git branch, I can see still I am into the master branch, but I can able to see my this. So I will just go outside of this repository. Now I will go to my repository again. So now I will see git branch. I will try to reset the git once. So git branch developer. So developer already exists, which actually creates a new branch if you again try to do the git branch. So now we can use git switch developer. So now I switch to the branch called developer, or you can use git checkout. Okay, some git checkout minus the branch master. so which is already exist, which is okay. Now I am into the developer. Now what I will do, I will make a changes to the code. I'm giving hello world 3. Okay, I save the file, save my code, and then what I have to do, I have to git commit. So then I am going to do git push. So the current developer branch has no upstream branch. To push the current code, you need to set. So this is not the origin branch. If you see, then you need to set this command. Which we are setting this as an upstream branch. Now I am trying to make git push. So now my master branch have hello world hello 2 and hello world 2. My this have hello world 3. So now I will go to the repository. Okay, I will go to the repository. Now we will see the commit in the developer. So hello world 2, the same code. So I can see hello world 2. So we are going to save this file in hello world 2 repository. Okay, now I am going to commit again. Okay, hello world 2, you can see hello world 2 is modified, right? Then I'm going to push again. Okay, now we will go and see the code in you can change the branch over here. Now we are in master, we should be in developer. When we are trying to no, you need to switch and check which branch you are and check the code. Now still we are seeing hello world. Let's wait and see the commit happens. The commit happens 8 minutes ago. So code, we will see in the master branch if there is any change. So this is master branch, we need to change to developer. There is no change right now, but it seems to be updated in. So the commit is not happened. It seems your commit code is not so I will try to commit again. The developer branch. So git status. So it's saying we need, since we have changed the file, we can git add again the file, then git commit this. This is my changed code. So my changed code in the developer branch and git push. So I'm doing some changes in the code in the developer branch and I'm pushing to the developer branch. Okay, right now you can see I have a master branch. In the master branch I have the code, real code, which is hello world 2. Then I'm changing to the developer branch. Now in developer branch we should see hello world 3. and I can see the commits. Okay, basically the commits take some time, but it's okay. We are into developer and then check for the commits. It shows 10 minutes ago, but we had a commit file, right? So it's okay. Now what we are going to do is we going to change our master file using a uh, I hope now you understand it, how two branches. Now I'm going to make a pull request, create a pull request. So my destination is developer and I'm going to merge to the master. So initially it will compare the file, new change in the code. What is the changes? Hello world 3, right? This is the new change we made it. So create a pull request. So once I create a pull request, it will go for the verification and approval process because we are changing the master code. It will show the activities. So pull request happen from the root, any changes in the branches and commits, difference between the commits and approvals. Any approval is required. So now one pull request is created, you can go and check. So if you have multiple branches, then to merge the code, the pull request is followed. Now if I go here, so difference between the source branch and this cannot be displayed for the branch specified as destination for all changes. So you might have mixed up with the branches be the source, which is so yeah. So currently it is not showing because the source branch should be the master. So I will make another pull request. So I have given the branches wrongly. So the destination is master and source is developer. From the developer, we are going to merge it to the master. So now it says, yeah, it is mergeable. There are currently no conflicts between the both the things. So title is this is my change code and hello world 3. The previous one is the wrong one, but I am not reviewing from the video because now you will identify, right, what is the mistake. Here it is comparing the code change, the line. Now the senior, I can verify and I can create a pull request. Now the senior developer from the team actually checks the pull request and he will see all the what are being changed. Okay, you can change and he can see the commits. So this is the change code commit and any approval you can set the approval. So right now I am saying it is approved. This is just a command, or if this code looks good, okay, I am just saving it and I am going to merge it. When I say merge it, now the master branch will get the hello world 3 code. Right, there is different ways of merging. Right now we go into the straightforward. After the thing you want to use the developer again, because most cases you can create a new branch from the master branch, right? Because your developer going to your developer might be the old code. Now your master going to be the new code. So I am deleting the branch. If I go to the repository now, I can see only master and the developer got deleted, and then the new code you can see hello world 3 is happened. This you can also try to do with git merge command, but we are doing it in the no very formal way where we need an approval for the pull request. I hope these are the few commands which we use and merge between the branches, and we manage the git. And I also post few commands in the video links where you can try to explore your git. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye.